Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be learning about Autodesk Inventor. This icon on your desktop is the Autodesk Inventor icon. Autodesk Inventor is a 3D CAD modeling software. It's going to allow us to make models kind of like this guy here, where you can move things around, manipulate a three-dimensional object, and create and design things that you want. Inventor is able to improve and modify things. You can change things once you create them. You can change the way they are sized. You can change the way they look. When I come in here and change, for example, the color of this part, I can make this part different colors. I can make it different shapes. I can join it together with other things. You can see I have other projects that we've made with this, like this Lego man, which is comprised of many parts, and he can be manipulated. So these are the kind of things we're going to learn to do. We're going to start by doing something simple like this box. As you watch this video, go ahead and get your navigating the user interface sheet open so that you can try to find some of the tools that are available to you so you can start getting comfortable with the software. The home screen is available from the tab down at the bottom, or you can click the little house button at the top, get back to your home screen. On the home screen, you're going to see 4 different main buttons. These main buttons represent parts, drawings, presentations, and assemblies. The block we just showed you is something called a part, and the Lego man is an assembly. Parts are exactly what the name implies, are one individual part, and assemblies are a group of parts that have been put together into a model. The other things you see here are drawings, which are printable formats for your designs. So it shows the lines and the measurements of what you're making. And presentations are videos that you can use showing how your object works or how it goes together. The majority of the time we're going to be working in parts, learning how to get comfortable with Inventor. When you go ahead and start a new part, you're going to see a blank screen pop up. In this blank screen, you'll see a ribbon across the top with all the different tools that are available for you to use and tabs to switch between tools. So the 3D model tab is the first place, sketch tab, annotate, inspect, etc. Our first place we're going to work is the 3D model tab. With Inventor, we typically start in the upper left and then we work our way off to the right. So the first tool we need today is the sketch tool. When I click on the sketch tool, you can see the coordinate planes pop up. These will disappear from view in a few seconds, but they currently show us where our options are to start our drawing. Do we want to start it on the back wall, on the table, on a side wall? So let's go ahead and do that on a back wall. So that's our XY plane. You see down here, UCS coordinates is Y and X. The green's a little hard to see, but the X is pretty clear. That's also known as the front view of our object. You see that over here, our model browser changes. This keeps a constant record of everything we do. Every move we make gets recorded in here. So this create this rectangle. We're going to start that at 0, 0 and drag out any distance. Click, and we can say finish sketch. Now we've just created a sketch on a sheet of paper that was on our front view of the cube, and we can move this thing around and you can see that it is currently just a flat rectangle. We want to make that a three-dimensional object, so we're going to go back up to our 3D model tab and click extrude. And when you do that, you can push pull to get the different sizes, or you can type in a value. That is our basic modeling environment. So this is our workspace. This is where we're going. This all the blue background is our workspace. That's our 3D modeling environment where we're going to make our stuff. This area to the side, which is super important, we're going to use this every day, is our model browser. And this set of things across the top is our tool ribbon. Again, tool ribbons are very valuable because that's all the different things we need to make stuff happen. If you leave your mouse over top of a tool without clicking, just hover your mouse there and let it sit, the tool will expand and give you instructions or description showing you how things work. You click on the home button down here at the bottom or the house button at the top. That brings you back to your home screen. While you're here, let's take a look at some of the things that you're going to use. This is our new file window. This will allow you to choose different new files. One we're working in right now is called a part. This is where we can start new projects. This will allow us to create sets of parts that link together, like our Lego man that I just demonstrated. This little button right here is a minimize button, and it will actually change the size and the look of your ribbon. Just keep clicking that tab, cycle through, so you can get used to that. Back in our part environment, let's go check out a few different tools. Again, this is our ribbon. Down here you can see the coordinate axes. These are the XYZ coordinate axes, so Y is vertical, X is side to side, just like you see in your math classes and your science classes. Z is the third dimension that makes this a three-dimensional object, so that's front to back. This again is the model browser. We're going to use this quite a lot when we are ready to create a new 2D sketch. This is our 2D sketch tool. Super important. We can use that at the very beginning to start the model off, and we can use it anytime after we start the model by clicking on a surface and then starting a new sketch with that tool. This is a finish button, and the finish button lets us get out of our sketch tab so that we can start creating things. If I want to go back and make a change to that sketch, I just double click on the sketch, and if I want to give it a value, I use my dimension tool. Remember, up here on our model browser we have our features. We can add and remove things using our sketches and our features. We can modify that. We can change the way we look at things by going to the View tab. For example, if our model browser disappears on us, we can get that back by clicking User Interface and click Model. If one of our features over here in the browser, we can't see our sketch anymore, we can do that just by clicking the arrow here, and we go back to our original sketches. If I want to go back and modify that original sketch and say this needs to be bigger than it currently is, say 1 inch, all I need to do is go back into the browser, expand the feature, and then double click on the sketch. And there you have it. In addition to being able to see and modify the sketches themselves, we can change the names of our sketches and our features. Just by double clicking allows you to go in and modify the actual sketch. Clicking once and then a second time slowly will allow you to rename it. So now instead of that being extrusion 2 and sketch 2, we just call that bump. It's not liking that I'm using that twice, so bump feature. There you go. And that's the basics of just getting around Autodesk Inventor.